In 2022, scientists lowered a camera beneath the Weddell Sea ice shelf in Antarctica. They were not looking for anything extraordinary. They were conducting a routine survey of the seabed floor. What they found stopped the entire research team silent. Nests. Tens of millions of nests, covering the seabed floor for as far as the camera could reach. 240 square kilometers of carefully constructed breeding nests, each one holding a clutch of pale, delicate eggs. 60 million nests in total. The largest fish breeding colony ever recorded in the history of science. And above every single nest stood a guardian. This is the Antarctic Icefish, Channicthiidae, a creature so biologically extraordinary that when scientists first studied it in detail, they genuinely could not believe what they were looking at. Because this fish has no red blood cells. None. In the entire known history of vertebrate life on Earth, every fish, every amphibian, every reptile, every bird, every mammal, every single vertebrate that has ever lived carries hemoglobin in its blood. The red protein that binds oxygen and carries it through the body. Every vertebrate. Except this one. The Antarctic Icefish is the only vertebrate on Earth with white blood. Not pale red, not faintly pink. White. Its blood contains no hemoglobin whatsoever. The genes responsible for producing it simply switched off. Roughly 14 million years ago, as the Antarctic continent glaciated and the Southern Ocean plunged to temperatures below freezing, evolution made a decision that has never been made before or since in the entire vertebrate lineage. It deleted hemoglobin entirely and built something else instead. The water surrounding Antarctica reaches negative 1.9 degrees Celsius. That is colder than the natural freezing point of most fish blood. Any other fish placed in this water would freeze solid from the inside out. Ice crystals would form within their tissue and rupture their cells. Death would be immediate. The icefish survives because its liver works continuously, producing a class of molecules called antifreeze glycoproteins. These proteins circulate constantly through the blood. And when an ice crystal begins to form inside the fish's tissue, the antifreeze proteins physically bind to its surface and block it from growing. The crystal cannot expand, cannot spread, cannot kill. But surviving in water this cold without hemoglobin required more than antifreeze. Without red blood cells carrying oxygen, the icefish needed another way to breathe. So it evolved skin. Thin enough and permeable enough to absorb dissolved oxygen directly from the surrounding water through the skin surface itself. It breathes through its entire body. And to move what little oxygen it absorbs through its enormous body, it evolved the largest heart, proportional to body size, of any fish on Earth. A heart that pumps blood volume 5 times greater per beat than any comparable fish. Wide vessels, high volume, low pressure, constant flow. A cardiovascular system redesigned from the ground up for a world where the normal rules of vertebrate biology simply do not apply. Every year, in the coldest, darkest, most isolated waters on the planet, the Antarctic Icefish returns to the seabed and builds a nest. Each nest is a carefully constructed circular depression in the seabed sediment, roughly 75 centimeters in diameter. Inside each nest, between 1,000 and 1,700 eggs. Pale, translucent, each one roughly the size of a marble. The colony discovered beneath the Weddell Sea in 2022 contained an estimated 60 million of these nests. 60 million, covering 240 square kilometers of Antarctic seabed, an area roughly the size of the city of Chicago, covered wall to wall in life. Above each nest stands a male, alone, holding position, not moving. He has been there for months. The male Antarctic icefish does not eat while guarding his nest. He does not leave. He does not sleep in any meaningful sense. He does not abandon his position for any reason scientists have yet observed. His body is consuming itself. Muscle tissue breaking down, fat reserves depleting, his already extraordinary metabolism running on reserves that grow smaller every day. In water at negative 1.9 degrees, in absolute darkness, beneath half a mile of solid ice, he waits. Scientists studying the 2022 colony observed something that restructured our understanding of parental behavior in fish entirely. The devotion was not occasional. It was not partial. Every nest in 60 million had a guardian. Every single one. We have spent centuries studying the ocean. We have mapped its trenches. We have cataloged its species. We have measured its temperatures and charted its currents. And yet, beneath the ice of Antarctica, in water that should not support life as we understand it, a creature with white blood and antifreeze running through its veins was quietly conducting one of the most extraordinary acts of biological devotion ever recorded. Completely undiscovered. The ocean does not give up its secrets easily. But when it does, what it reveals is always more extraordinary than anything we thought to look for.